let's talk about it, Becca. Gypsy, you shared a text where I had told you about when I had my ex against the kitchen wall with it to his throat, and you tried to compare that to anything related to you. So we're going to give a little story time. For one, that happened over 12 years ago. For two, big difference here is I didn't murder him, and he wasn't asleep. So the story behind it was I had woken up and I had discovered in my husband's phone that he had been texting my sister, who was 14 at the time, and had smoked weed with her while I was asleep. And then he was denying it to me and trying to act like it was no big deal. So yes, I put him against the wall to his throat to let him know, you will not victimize my little sister. You will not do it with me around. The story ends. Nothing happened. I didn't cut him. I didn't slice him. I did not unalive him. And I was acting in defense of my little sister. You dipshit, however, murdered your mother in her sleep. Big difference. You could never compare yourself to me. Ever.
Okay, let me catch you up with what's going on. Gypsy and her cult have been trying to silence Ken's sister Autumn ever since she appeared, claiming that the anti-Gypsy side is going to be the one that chews her up and spits her out.
Here is where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a place of, at this moment, I could sit and pick out many, many things this girl said and prove them not to be true. I have the ammunition to do that. However,
well, do it.
I love Ken more than I love this bullshit and drama. And on some level, this has to be extremely painful and difficult for him. You just said his mother is concerned, Key. I have yet to hear his mother say that she's concerned. And just because you say something doesn't make it true. You have
let
to
me just respond to what you're saying. The sister was saying yesterday that her and the mom weren't talking, but the mom had called, I guess that yesterday or whatever, Ken called and apologized to her, and that her mom was deeply concerned and contacted the authorities and sent that video to the authorities.
I have yet to hear Raina come forward and say that. And
Shena, if you can prove it, I'd like to see the proof, please.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
You said that you could prove everything you just said. I'd like to see the proof.
I don't know if I'm allowed to go that far. I'm really trying to walk a fine line because, again, this is family. No one's out.
Well, then don't say.
No one is out. Here's where my dilemma lies. The friend in me, of course, wants to come out swinging, but the other part of me that's a friend wants to respect the fact that this has got to be very painful for this family on all sides. Okay. Let me also clarify. I said, if you put money in this girl's pocket, you're a dealer. And I said, you're putting it in her veins. Let me clarify. I am in no way saying this girl is an IV user. It's an expression. I don't want that twisted. You could say, put it in her mouth, put it in her nose, however you want to say it. That was just my way of saying it. Let me clarify. I am not accusing her of being an IV user in any way. I know that life. It's a deadly life. So it just came out of my mouth that way. But I'm not accusing her of doing that. Okay. Just lied again. Lied again.
Well, first the fuck off. What do you mean again? Bitch, I ain't never lie on you.
I'm not talking about me.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
I'm not talking about me at all. I'm not talking about me at all. You just said that Ken's sister said that Gypsy's not allowed to be alone with the baby. That is a lie. That's not what she said.
That Gypsy is never alone with the baby. Yes, she did.
No, she said.
Was anybody else on me?
Well, first of all, this girl is so distant, she doesn't even know what happens in that house. However,
I was on the panel.
She never said she's not allowed to be alone with that baby. She never said that. She
never said allowed. She just said she's never alone with the baby.
Thank you, Susan. Exactly.
Okay.
She likes people around her, is what the girl said. And how that girl would even know that, God only knows.
That's what she said. She said her mom and her brother told her that. The fuck am I lying about?
Shena, who would believe you?
You just said that she said that Gypsy's not allowed to be alone with her child.
Love you.
Oh,
that is not what that girl said. Thank you, Susan.
Gypsy is never allowed alone with the baby. That's what the fuck the sister said.
And once we finish this, I have something else I'd like to bring up while Sheena's on here.
What, you still want to race me, Ethan?
Sheena, after months, continues to incite and encourage violence. Yesterday on a panel, she asked me, she said she's planning a trip down to New Orleans, and she said I better be ready because she wants to meet me down on Bourbon. Now,
I'm going to run over your fucking toes, Ethan. I don't want to laugh. I'm in serious mode here. But no, that's a lie. That is not what that girl said. And listen, I can't tell nobody what to think, do, or believe, but when you get egg on your faces, when the dust settles, don't say I didn't tell you so. That's my advice.
That's fine. Mimi, on your panel, what did the sister say?
About which part specifically? I just got in
Gypsy
here.
being alone with the baby.
Oh, that she's never alone with the baby. There's always somebody there. Mostly because Gypsy's codependent.
Did she say that Gypsy's never allowed to be alone with her baby?
That's not what she said.
No,
Thank you.
Okay, maybe not allowed, but she said that Gypsy is never alone with the baby, and they make sure of that.
No, they don't make sure of that. How this girl would know, I don't understand, because she doesn't even know them like that. However, again,
Shena,
when the dust settles, don't say nothing when you got egg on your face. And I can't say too much. It's a family situation. And the thought of sitting there talking about her child yesterday, the way that was allowed to happen, really, really was beyond.
The sister was talking about her own niece. That's her niece.
She should have been stopped. She should have been stopped. That child is innocent.
No, she
has no say in this shit whatsoever.
She also thinks that child is in danger.
Going on. It's no one's concern if Gypsy's alone with her child. What that baby's milestones are, what her fucking security is. That baby is no one's business.
She did absolutely nothing wrong.
Motherfuckers. That's what you all are. You're all dealers because you're platforming someone who's in trouble and needs money in their pocket.
That's her
and you're putting money in their pocket. You're a fucking dealer is what you are. You might as well jam needles in people's arms.
And Gypsy should get
Might as well jam
offline.
a fucking needle
Gypsy
in her
should get
arm.
offline.
Do that.
Oh my,
That'd probably be the
Shena.
better option for you.
My goodness,
You sound very
Tell
upset right
Gypsy
now.
to leave the internet.
You might want to take your own advice of don't speak when you have egg on your face because now that
No. I don't jam needles in people's arms.
You'll be giving yourself
I don't put
a
people
stroke,
on my
Shena.
panel who are struggling with personal issues and trying to put money in their pocket to feed those issues.
Really? Let's talk about Bree.
I'm not a fucking joke dealer.
Let's talk
Never
about
have
Bree.
been, never will be.
Girl. What about Bree?
Anyway. That's what I had to say.
Right.
I want to ask you guys, have you seen anyone from the anti side that didn't believe Autumn, that chew her up and spit her out? Then Shena proceeds to message Autumn after Autumn messages her first, calling her out about the things you just heard on that live. Shena belongs to the cult of Gypsy Rose Manson. She says, "Hey, Gypsy spoke to me and told me that you were upset with me. I want you to understand that I was not trying to hurt you. The people that have paneled you do not care about you. They are here to hurt Ken and Gypsy. When I heard them asking if Ken was GAY or what color the baby's eyes were, I knew what they were doing and it disgusted me. They have lived for 2 years to hurt your family. To see you on their panel was being in bed with the enemy in my eyes. The minute they think they've gotten all the tea they can get, they will turn on you, chew you up, and spit you out. I've seen it happen several times, as if the pro side does any better. There are bad apples on both sides. My whole stance is that your family business did not belong on this app. I adore Ken. My heart hurt for him. I go hard for my friends. Everyone knows that. To see them hurting him and Gypsy and using you to do it, I had had enough today. I was not trying to hurt you because I understand your struggles. I've lived it. Just know that I love Ken more than I love justification, and my intent was to protect your family and not hurt you. Now there's people going around the TikToks saying and telling Autumn that they respect her recovery because of the things that the pro side has been saying about her. Autumn's stance is that she's never been in recovery or an addict.
Maybe even to probably Raina, and maybe even to what's her name, Autumn, maybe.
Oh,
but,
Willow, is she on there now?
But you can't respect yourself if you're going to keep lying like that. I'm telling you. And this person gets so defensive. I remember when she was up on my panel, and you just give her a little bit of pushback. Oh my God, she goes crazy. She went crazy, just yells over you, just, this is her comeback as far as when you push back and say, well, I got the receipt. She goes, well, you're just one-sided, so you're just going to take that side. You're biased, right? But she doesn't have any receipts. I have all the receipts. She has nothing. She just wants me to believe her, just her word. First time, Autumn, Tara, and sister message Gypsy. And it looks like it was via Facebook. I'll have to confirm. And again, it's not AI, it's original stuff. So, I mean, we can provide that if you need that. Clearly, we have it. We took a screenshot of it.
I've heard that one before, Morbid. Matter of fact, that's the whole reason I emailed you for receipts, because you said the exact same thing on your live when it came to the Annie Scoop stuff. Not only did you not send me those receipts, then you said, "Oh, I'm not your secretary." Bruh, you offered. But yeah, please continue chewing up Autumn and spitting her out. I really don't have a dog in this fight because I don't believe anybody on either side unless they have receipts.
It's not that
Heather,
difficult.
of course she's going to say that because it shows that she's a liar. And this is what is really sad. This is real sad. Number one, she shouldn't be putting her family business out on the internet. Two, her doing all this is going to do away with any hope or chance of her reconciling with her family. Does she really think going from panel to panel and doing all this crap, lying through her teeth and everything else? Does she bother to think what she's putting her mom through? Put her in a position she feels like she's going to choose? And she's going to choose Ken because of what she's doing. She's never going to have a relationship with her niece or Ken doing what she's doing. She's going to permanently damage it if she hasn't already.
Yeah, you know what? I think she doesn't care at this point, clearly. Yeah, it looks like she got mad at Sheena, but Sheena, go ahead.
She was mad at me for what I said on Key's panel. Gypsy told me she was upset, so I messaged her and was like, look, I wasn't trying to hurt you. You know, I was trying to think of Ken.